Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to answer a suggestion that was posted in my Discord server. Make sure you guys join so you can ask any questions that you want. Today I'm going to answer how to keep 808s in key, and this was asked by DaddyX6. He's been day one in the server, so I thought I'd get this done pretty quickly. To keep your 808s in key, the one thing you really want to keep in mind is the scale that your melody is in. So let's say I downloaded a loop from my favorite producer. Look at this, it's organized and it's clean. So I know the scale and the BPM. So I know the scale's in A minor. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to open up the piano roll for my 808, click on this little triangle at the top, go down to view, scale highlighting, and make sure that the scale is selected. So in this case it'd be A minor. So this means that all these lighter colored notes are in scale. That means you typically want to avoid these darker notes. So now that we've got that out of the way, we want to make sure that the 808 that we choose is in key. So I've dragged in an 808 here, and what I want to do is I want to open it, and this is a sample right here. If I right click on the sample, click edit in audio editor, and then click on this little flag up here, I can select detect pitch regions. Now what this will tell me is the key that this 808 is in. So as you can see, it's kind of hard to see because the wave kind of travels behind this, but it says here that the scale is C. So now what I want to do is I want to keep this in mind and close this Edison tab. Now I want to go up here to this instrument settings button, and this piano should show up. Basically what you want to do is you want to change this reference note to whatever letter that was in. So in my case it was C, and that's usually selected automatically. But let's say it didn't say C. Let's say it said D instead. So if my 808 was tuned to D, then I would right click on the D note on this piano. Now what that does is it changes the reference for this 808 to play in, so that whenever I play on my MIDI keyboard, it'll be in the same scale that my FL Studio is tuned to. Now this is out of the scale of the video, but you can go ahead and actually change your master pitch, which changes the reference for your FL Studio file. I'm not going to get into that today. So I'm going to make sure that my 808 is tuned to my reference note, and I can close out of this. Now if I open the piano roll for the 808, I should theoretically be able to play any of these notes that are in scale, and it should sound fine. So let's say I play this kind of random melody with the 808s. You can hear that some of these sound weird. Now that's not because they're not in the scale, that means that it's just not playing well with the melody. So this is where a good ear comes in to play. You need to really listen to the melody and the way the notes are being played in the melody and what the bass notes should be. So what I can do is I can essentially just kind of plug and click on these white notes and see what sounds good. So let's say I have this simple 808 pattern. I can essentially hold shift and the up or down on my keyboard and shift these notes up until I hear that it sounds perfect. In my case, it worked out perfectly that it works in A, but this might not always be the case. So just train your ears and keep on practicing, and it'll come with time where you learn what notes your 808 should be in. But if you keep these tips in mind, your 808 should sound a lot better. Make sure you guys hit subscribe and stay tuned, and also make sure you're joining the Discord. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them there, and if you have any videos that you want to see, I'll also respond to them there. So yeah, stay tuned and make sure you join the Discord.
PJ on the track.